Welcome to the Mighty Baker Podcast. I am Pete Tidwell, your host. I am a custom cake artist, bakery business coach, certified life coach, and the CEO at my bakery business, The Mighty Baker. You might have seen me winning Food Network's Cake Wars, competing on Halloween Baking Championship, or have tasted one of my delicious custom cakes or desserts. Either way, I am so happy that you're here today. I'm obsessed with the art of baking and caking, but I'm even more passionate about helping others live a happy life. Join me here every Wednesday as I share highlights and learnings from my ongoing journey as a bakery business owner. I will also be sharing positive mindset tips and business and life tips along the way, as well as inviting some of my baker friends that I have met over the years on TV baking competition shows. It's going to be a blast, and we are going to have so much fun because here in the world of the Mighty Baker, cake is life. So come on, and let's jump right in the mixing bowl and see what is being mixed up and discussed in this week's episode of the Mighty Baker Podcast. Let's go. Hey, what's up? Pete Tidwell here with the Mighty Baker Podcast. It is so great to be here with you today, and I am so excited to jump into episode 33. If you missed out on episode 32 or any past episodes, feel free to go back and listen. There's a lot of really great content that's there, and we're ready to jump in to some really fun topics in this week and coming weeks. So please come back and join us. Every Wednesday, I have a new podcast episode that drops where I provide value to you as a bakery or small dessert business owner. And many of the things that I share apply to other small businesses as well, but my focus and my expertise is all in that area. So let's jump right in today. I titled this episode, Build It and They Will Come. And the reason I titled it this way is because that is something that I believe is kind of a belief or a thought that's out there sometime. And I think, of course, we can quickly talk ourselves out of that and understand that business is much more complex and those kind of things. But the saying, build it and they will come, puts across the idea that if we create something, demand's going to automatically follow behind. And it's interesting. I looked a little bit into the history of this saying and where it came from, all those kind of things. And I'm sure most of you think you heard the phrase from the 1989 movie Field of Dreams, but it turns out that the phrase in that movie is actually build it and he will come, not they. And I did some research on this, and it looks like there's not any other origins or uses of this phrase, and that is what it's attributed from. But in the movie, it just says, build it and he will come. But for some reason, we've had this phrase that's become popular and is often used to refer to that idea, right? That if you create something, demand will just automatically follow. That if you have something inherently valuable, that people are just automatically going to buy it. Okay, in some cases, that could work. But in most cases, it is important to note that this phrase is meant to be metaphorical and is not necessarily an accurate representation in the context of starting and running a business. And of course, it's especially hard when you see others on social media that only depict the best and not show the actual realities of being a small business owner. People make it look so easy, or that it was easy for them to make it there. You almost get the perception sometimes that they had a build it and they will come situation actually work for them. But as we all know, it's simply not true. Brands are built over time, well after the business has started, and with much effort. It's not just a build it and they're just going to show up. There's so much that goes into it. And reason I wanted to talk about this is because many of us, including myself, have built my business around an art, around something that I'm good at, and then trying to find a place in the market where that fits, right? It's a bit of a challenge. And I think that it's just an opportunity for each of us to be able to look through our business and see how we can refine things a little bit better, because there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with taking something that you're inherently good at and an artist and you are skilled at it. Let's sell it. Let's monetize it. Let's provide your art into the world to help people, put that energy into the world, help influence others. It's a great thing. But to have success in a business, to have success in a bakery business where you are growing a business and you're growing your clientele and you're expanding operations, you're hiring more people, that is going to take some focused effort on really finding what you actually do. What's your value proposition? Who do you market to? How do you market to them? All those kind of things. When I first started my bakery, I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, I say that. I had a marketing background. I worked for my brother for 15 years at his deli. So I had some, restaurant experience, but business ownership experience, that's difficult. It's not something that people are just born to know how to do. Running a business is not just a walk in the park. And when I first started, I just baked things and tested them and figured them out as I went to farmers markets. And I think in the beginning had like the belief that if I just did it, people would just automatically come. And some weeks that worked because I chose wisely of where to put myself at a farmer's market, put myself somewhere where there's going to be people, where there's going to be an audience there, right? And so there's some strategy behind it. It's not just, building it on a street corner and hoping somebody's going to come by and get some cookies just randomly. It's, strategically putting your business where it can bloom and where there are people there that can actually purchase your product. So there is some truth to the statement. So as you end this year and are moving into this next year of business, here are some areas that I suggest that you focus on. I have learned that these areas make a huge difference when it comes to the success of a bakery business. It's very multifaceted and there's so many different circumstances that are at play, but these are all things that you can control and to a certain extent, and this is going to help so much in your business. So as you go into this new year, if you needed help setting some goals for this upcoming year, here's some areas that you can double down on and try to focus on. And if you need a coach, hire a coach to help you through some of these things. If not, write them down, figure them out, figure out what the next step in your bakery business is. So here they are. There's a few of them, so we're going to go through these one by one. So number one, clear and compelling value proposition. What does that mean? What value do you provide? As a business, what value do you provide for your customers? A well-defined target market. Who buys your product? Who are you marketing to? So that you can know how to talk to them. Next thing, a strong marketing strategy. How do you talk to them about your product? You know who they are if you define them, so how do you talk to them? How can you get to them and have them be, I'm going to go buy a cake from them. There's a lot of people out there that sell cakes. There's a lot of people out there that sell cookies. There's a lot of grocery stores that sell cake and cookies. So what is the clear and compelling value that you provide that is unique and just to you? It's something to define, something to look at. You're not just another grocery store cake out there, right? Another thing to focus on. This is a bit of a hard one for a small home bakery, let's say. But a dedicated and skilled team, staff that's helping you bake and helping you grow your business. Because as you grow your business, you are going to notice that you wear every hat in the business, and you're going to slowly realize and understand that you can't do it for a long period of time. Sure, you can do it for a while. I've done it for years, and I've burnt out a couple times because of it. Find a dedicated and skilled team, even if that's one person to help you. That's going to make a huge difference. And if you can't afford to hire somebody, work with a coach to have them help you with time management skills to help free up your time so that you can focus on working on your business as well as in your business, because you need to be working on both of those things. You can't just be in your business and say you're working on your business. Your business is going to suffer if you are not being the CEO and owner of your business. So next thing is financial management skills. Yeah, I suggest eventually as you grow, hiring a CPA, hiring an accountant, but you need to know your numbers. You need to know what's going on in your business. You need to know cash flow. You need to know all those things. Accountants are only going to do so much. You need to have some basic, if not, beginner or intermediate type skills in financial management to be a business owner, because you need to understand how cash flows in and out of your business and how that affects payroll, expenses, ingredients, supplies, all the things, business debt payments, all the things that are involved, right? Next thing, how to be adaptable and flexible. As a business owner in a business, we have to be flexible and adaptable every single day. Things happen, things change. And as I talked about in a couple episodes ago in 2020, when COVID hit, I had to be very adaptable and very flexible in the moment to change my complete business to help it to survive in the circumstances. Because the circumstances that we deal with as a business in our lives, the circumstances are neutral. They're there. They're happening everywhere around. But we can focus on our business and we can focus on the things that we can control. And of course, there's always those things that are out of our control. But if we can be adaptable and flexible, this will serve you well, big time, because it just changes all the time. And it's hard. It's not the easiest thing. The last one is how to build strong customer relationships. This skill right here will help and make or break, actually, your success in your business. How you treat your customers, building relationships, delivering a product the way that you said you were going to deliver it, and building strong relationships with them and having good customer service, showing up. And that's part of your value proposition as well. It's part of your branding of what you do as a business. How to build strong customer relationships, because where's your best advertising in your business? It's the place that doesn't cost you any money. Costs effort, but not money all the time. Because your best advertising, your best marketing is the paying customers that you have buying your product. The happier you make them, the more value you provide them, the more they will go out and tout your company to all their friends and family and tell them that this place is amazing. And not only is it amazing, but she or he or they are really nice. They're a great business. They treat me well. So building those relationships are huge, humongous, especially because in the beginning, even in the first 3 to 5 years of your business, if you don't have that much operating capital and you're trying to start and you're trying to kind of figure out your business, you're not going to have very much budget for marketing. So where can you spend that effort? It's customer relationships, it's customer service, it's customer experience. That's where you can share and you can spend all your time putting in the effort to help that to be an amazing experience for them. Because if you can make it an amazing experience, they will tell other people. It's just the bottom line. Think about it. When you go to places and you have an amazing experience, you tell people about it. And so then this gets back in reference to the quote that I started this whole thing in the title of this episode. So build it and they will come. Okay, I'd like to rephrase it as if you build it smartly, they will come. Because if you build it smartly and you touch on all these things, have a clear and compelling value proposition, a well-defined target market, a strong marketing strategy, a dedicated and skilled team, financial management skills, how to be adaptable and flexible, and have strong customer relationships. If you have all those things present in your business, that's a pretty smart business that is going to be able to grow because they're taking care of those little things in their business that you need to keep an eye on and promoting your business. So no, you can't just build things and allow people and that people are just going to automatically show up. You got to put some effort in there and market it out. But I look at these points and I truly believe that if you were to pick a few of these to focus on this coming year, you would see a dramatic change in your business and in your life. If you can focus on a few of these, focus on all of them if you want to. But if you want to pick out just a couple of them and say, you know what, this next year I'm going to really work on communicating more clearly to my target market. Or this year I'm going to pay close attention to my cash flow. This year I'm going to hire somebody. I'm going to finally hire somebody in my business and train them on the things that I don't really like to do so that I can be freed up to work on the strategy of my business. I'm going to be adaptable and flexible and be able to change if market situations changes or if I see a new opportunity or a new product that I should develop in my business. I'm going to go that extra mile to help that customer and to help them have the best experience possible so that I can grow my business. Where are you going to focus your time in this coming year? And as I mentioned, I say this all the time because I am a coach, you guys. I'm going to talk about my business every time in these. If you need a coach, go find a coach. If you're a business owner and you are overwhelmed and stressed and your bakery's doing okay and you have things up and going, but you don't know what to do next and you feel stressed and overwhelmed and you don't really know how to focus or how to do some of these things, hire a coach. It doesn't even have to be me. Hire a coach to help you through some of these things because you need it. I need it. I've mentioned this before. I have a coach. I have a coach that coaches me every week that helps me on my mind drama and my marketing and the different parts of my business that I need help with. I can't do it alone. I need help. I need somebody to bounce ideas off of. So to finish things off today, as you finish out this year and you're moving into the next year, maybe you choose some of these areas to work on in your business. Maybe you don't. Maybe you choose some different things to work on in your business. But regardless, let's take the opportunity as we get to the end of this year to reevaluate, to audit our business, and to just look at it. Be like, this is how things went in 2022. This worked, this didn't. This is an area that I really want to focus in on, and let's do it. Let's get to work. Get to work and start working and taking action to create the business and create the life that you want. Anyway, hope you all have a happy holiday season, and we will see you next week for episode 34. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Season 2 is going to be incredible, so please keep joining us. The Mighty Baker has a lot of exciting things going on. Head to themightybaker.com or follow us on social media at The Mighty Baker to stay updated on what we have coming down the pipeline. Are you or someone you know a bakery business owner? If so, you gotta check out my bakery business coaching. I am now taking on one-on-one clients and helping them create sweet success in their bakery business and their life. Head to bakerybusinesscoach.com to learn more about my coaching program and sign up for a free 30-minute coaching session. I want to coach you on any bakery business problem that is holding you back from growing and from enjoying your everyday life. Please join us next time on the Mighty Baker podcast. This is your host, Pete Tidwell, signing off and reminding you to make your day a mighty one.